Just so good. I see it now.
It's definitely raining now. G'day adventurers. We're back. Rob's back. Hey, hi Rob.
Hey!
We have our hiking packs back on, which is pretty good. We're pretty excited today. We're at the Bibbulmun Track, Northern Terminus, which is the start of the 1,000-kilometre Bibbulmun Track from Kalamunda. We're parked over the road at the shops, all the way to Albany. We are not going all the way because that takes like 6 weeks and that's just very hard to get that amount of time off. But we're doing one night, starting at Kalamunda, staying at Hewitt's Hill and ending at Perth Hills Discovery Centre in Mundaring, which is where we've got our second car. So let's start, I guess. There's a huge hut up, a big hut here with all the information on the Bibbulmun Track, so we'll stick around and have a bit of a read of that. But it's got the Bibbulmun Track sign, which is the woggle, which is Noongar Aboriginal people serpent that created the landscapes and the rivers and stuff like that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's got all the information, a bit of history about Kalamunda and some info about dieback and a few maps. So we're starting here, Kalamunda. Hewitt's Hill hut is here, right about halfway between Kalamunda and the Perth Hills Discovery Centre, which isn't on the map, but it's about here. So yeah, we are on the Bibbulmun Track. This is the start of my sectional end-to-end. Rob's probably not going to be here for all of it. No, I guarantee you he's not, because he's the next one's already planned with Ben, who's been in a few videos. If you remember him, he's coming next month, and we're doing from Perth Hills Discovery Centre to Brookton Highway. So that'll be good. That's a 2-night 50K. And here we go. The very first woggle on the Bibbulmun Track, saying that we've started. Let's do it. This first section of the track crosses a few roads and goes through a few like local parks in Kalamunda. Jorgensen Park, I think, is just down here, which used to be a golf course. Now it's just a cool spot where everyone goes and walks their dog up and down the fairways of the old golf course, which is pretty cool. There's a few other tracks up here. The Railway Heritage Trail, which people walk their dogs on as well up in Kalamunda and ride their bikes and all sorts of stuff, so that's pretty cool. I think lots of kids walk to school on it too. But yeah, anyway, let's hit the trail.
That is absolutely epic tree.
And then some idiots have scarred it. So the Bibbulmun Track is, as I've said earlier, 1,000 kilometres from Kalamunda to Albany. It's for hikers only. Hikers, walkers, whatever you want to call them. There's no motorbikes, push bikes, four-wheel drives, e-bikes. It's just walkers. If you want to do this kind of thing on a push bike, a dirt bike, or a four-wheel drive, you can. But for mountain bikes, you can do the Mundaring Trail, which starts in Mundaring and finishes in Albany. And for four-wheel drives and motorbikes, you can do the Mundal Track, which is from Mundaring to Albany, hence the Mundal. And there's a few other iterations of that go from Albany to Kalgoorlie, then from Kalgoorlie to Meekatharra, I think, and then from Meekatharra back to Perth. So try them. Bibbulmun Track, walkers only. Like that guy. We have got the All Trails app running and the course of the track downloaded, but I don't think we're going to need it too much because the track is very well marked, especially in these northern sections with the woggles on the trees pointing in the direction that you need to go. And they're marked quite often, and especially at like junctions where there's more options, different options on which way to travel. So this is the Jorgensen Park, which is like the old golf coursey section. Kind of cool. I like history, and been here many times, but never actually walked this part of the trail, although living quite close to it for a number of years. Anyway, enough jibber jabber from me. Let's get some K's under the belt.
Oh, dude, look at the hills already. We're only 1.6 k's in.
We're only a K&a-half in. That's a cool tree. I know that it's dead, but it looks really cool. Wonder how many young kids have got up and run along that and had a ball. I know a few. Oh, it's a really nice bench. You need a rest already, Rob?
Yeah. Yep. I'm just enjoying the view.
I know I yap on about trees and plants all the time, but it's nothing much, but I really like that tree. What do you think, Rob?
It's pretty.
We've got two 25, 26 degree days with a little bit of chance of rain today. It doesn't look like it at the moment, but you never know. That might have a little bit in it. So it's really ideal hiking weather. Nature really is wonderful. That is a eucalyptus tree growing out of a rock where you would think nothing would be able to grow. It's living, it's surviving. Nice little view here, little rocky outcrop. And if you've been around here for a while, you know how much I love a rocky outcrop. That is a big Drew.
Look at the size of it!
It's about 5 foot tall, I reckon.
Yeah, about as tall as me.
And that's the second time he's made that joke because I wasn't recording the first time we did this. Gotta come check this out. So the creek comes along the top there and then cascades down this. That will be very, very cool in winter again. So I think we're coming back here in winter, at least for this top section. We were just having a chat about how day-to-day life can be absolutely mental and stupidly busy. And we were talking earlier about how coming out and doing this, staying the night at a hut, doing a bit of a hike, even just a day trip where you just come out for a hike and you don't really think about all the rest of your life. Apart from like your family, you don't really think about work, you don't think about all the shit you gotta do around the house. You just come out, enjoy it, and talk to a camera. But like you listen to the birds and the wind through the trees, and it's just a real like brain break from everything else going on in your life. And yeah, I just want to take an opportunity to tell everybody to give it a go and get out there and do it. Yeah, but seriously, just if you're not super fit, who gives a shit? Just get out there, do a hike that's bloody 3Ks. Park up at the Rocky Pool Walk. You don't have to do the whole Bibbulmun all the way in, and you can hike in, stay there for a couple of hours, take a little picnic. If you're that way inclined, you can take a couple of beers and just chill. Go home, get back to it with a refreshed mindset. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a whole bunch of little fairy wrens. They are splendid blue wrens, even though they're grey. But they are the males. No, other way around. They are the females. The females are the blue ones, and there's one there. Splendid blue wren. Very, very cool. And there's like 50 of them in this little section.
I see it now.
We've just done a massive hill climb out of the valley. We're still going up, but that was a big climb. Rob's got a K-time bar. It looks like he's stolen it from his daughter's lunchbox. It's raining a bit heavier now, so I've got my, you can see me from the helicopter beacon on my back. I joke, but if we were lost and stuck out somewhere and we'd pressed our a Jeep E-Perb or something, if we had one, I would put that on. So much easier to see. Another cool tree, because you know that's kind of my thing. That's growing on like a 45-degree angle.
Must have been very windy, or it got knocked when it was growing.
Yeah, I think maybe a fire knocked it sideways, or
no,
like.
But look at the growth and the counterweight growth that it's
Yeah,
out on the side.
It's got a branch going out that way to stop it falling.
Yeah, to counter it.
Very, very cool. Just coming up to the Kalamunda Trail Hub. That's Kalamunda with a C, which is how it used to be spelt, I believe. There's a camel farm around somewhere that's spelt with the same name. So this is the trail hub. So where all of these trails meet, the mountain bike trail, the Bibbulmun Track, the Mundaring, they all go through this section. There's a little cafe here. That's pretty cool. We might go see if it's open. The hub cafe is closed, but that's all right. We'll come back another day and maybe do some mountain bike riding. There's a mountain bike hire place here and stuff like that. Rock and roll mountain biking. I got what I wanted. Back to single trail. Walked into like a grove of zamia palms and grass trees. There's hundreds of them. They're everywhere. And a lot of the zamia palms are fruiting. They've got their big fruit balls on them. They grow from the base like this. and in there is all the seeds. And in this area, there all the pigs come and eat them, and then they poop out the solid part of the seed, and that's how they spread out. I'm sure it's other animals that eat them as well, but I definitely know pigs are a big contributor to spreading the Zamia palms out across the landscape. The fruit from the Zamia palm is a bush tucker. However, it's actually toxic to humans unless you do like a soaking full-on like 2-week process that the indigenous people mastered over thousands and thousands of years. That yeah, obviously with modern foods and stuff like that, it's not necessary anymore, but it is possible. I'll have to I'll look up the process and I'll chuck it up on the screen somewhere. Nearly at the hut now. We've done just over 9k's, and the hut is around 10k's from Northern Terminus at Kalamunda. So Hewitt's Hill Hut is where we're staying the night. We are going to be there with plenty of time to chill out and have a relax and go for an explore. And just for you, Ben, we might even go and see if we can find a geocache, if there's one out there. So we're nearly at the hut now. We've got a little side trail to go up quite a nice little hill actually. And Rob's decided he's not going to do it because he's walked the 10k's that I told him he had to walk, and he's just going to set up on this rock. It's nice and flat. It's nice and flat at least. But here we go. Let's go up this little trail and have a look at the hut. Hewitt's Hill Hut, 10k's ish from Kalamunda. Hewitt's Hill Hut. Couple of bunks, top and bottom, either side. Some rakes and broom for cleaning up. Bench in the middle under cover. Benches either side. Couple of benches not under cover. Fire pit. 2 water tanks. There's some campsites up there, some people. Oh yeah, someone's here. That's cool. Get our packs off, chill out for a little bit. It is mid-arvo, so we're a bit earlier than we expected, although we only had a 10k hike. But that's cool. Packs off. Sawyer filter, Survival Supplies Australia, comes with a back flush bit. You know what? They're good people. They are good people. They're at Survival Supplies Australia in Forest Barrisdale. So this is where Brett's getting his water from. There's these tanks at the huts on the bib, and they do say we've got like water treatment is required. I'll zoom in on this sticker in a minute. Yes, here's a little sticky here. Water should be treated before consumption by vigorous boiling for at least 1 minute, mechanical filtration or chemical treatment. Sawyer filter goes on the Sawyer squeeze bag. bit of Bibbulmun Track information. It's long. Goes from here to here. 400 volunteers keep the track pruned, erosion control, checking signage and stuff like that. They report on conditions and do diversions and stuff for down trees or bushfires and stuff like that. 1,000 kilometres, as we said before. It's only for walkers and runners. The animal on the sign is a Dreamtime serpent called the woggle, which is the little snake serpent thing on the signs, the arrows. You can walk as much of it as you like, whenever you like. You can do a day. You can do it one night like we're doing this month, 2 nights like we're doing next month. If you walk from one end to the other, it should take 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how fast you walk. We did 10 and a bit Ks today from Kalamunda to Hewitt's Hill, and we're doing 10 and a bit out tomorrow to Perth Hills Discovery. You can get these maps from the Bibbulmun Track Foundation online, and they have, this is the first section which goes to, it's called the Canning area. Goes from Kalamunda to Canning campsite and a little bit further into Monadnock's conservation area. But this will be what I use to get to Brookton Highway, and then in the next video of this trail. And then I've got another one coming for the next section, which will go into Dwellingup. And they don't take up too much room, and they don't weigh much, so you can always take them with you. There's actually more like 10 campsites out here. There's loads of them. There's just a little section of trails that go between all the little campsites. They're just little, just like that. Chuck 1 or 2 swags, or a small tent like mine would fit there perfectly. The hut is probably 50 metres that way. There's another up here in amongst all the camp spots. There's another bench and fire pit with some logs for it sitting around. Ten to 15 minutes. Rob's already had his dinner.
Yes, it was lovely. Beef casserole MRE.
He had the beef casserole MRE, like he just said, and I don't know why I felt the need to repeat it. I've got chicken carbonara.
Look out. I like how the second peel is there to like make it accessible. Like
yeah, it's like, then it's like a little bowl.
That's cool. Like I said, I was gonna get some before we come out, though.
That looks absolutely delicious.
It smells good too.
It does. Do you want to try it?
Yeah. Do the weirdness with the spoons again.
Oh, rate that.
Damn good. Damn good.
Anyway, you probably won't see us again tonight. We'll see you back on the trail, heading from Hewitt's hut to Perth Hills Discovery Centre tomorrow morning. A bit more breakfast and maybe a smoothie and a hot chocolate. We'll see. Night.
You might actually have to go on top.
I've moved my tent up on top. Same tent from the Monadnock trip with Ben and Bo, and Rob. He was there, unfortunately.
Sorry.
But I didn't have enough height on the bottom bunk of the hut bunks, but that's okay. Up top, perfect. Now I've got the Alton Goods sleeping mat, which I didn't get the pump up bag for, so I got to blow it up like a peasant. I've also got the fitted sheet for the Alton Goods sleeping mat, which has a little pillow holder, so you chuck your pillow in there, stops it from sliding around. And that's pretty bloody awesome, that is. We've got a little muesli, fruit and seeds for Rob, which is from Survival Supplies Australia.
Very good.
I've got a Radix mixed berry dehydrated meal. Rob's just dropped his breakfast on the floor.
Got me bag.
And you only have to warm the water up for this. You don't have to heat it up all the way.
Good with fruit. Mm.
Oh, that's all right.
Mm.
Oh. It's got a little second tear off, so you can
make it into a bowl. I think that's pretty trick. I love that. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice and purple. Look at that.
Mm.
Oh. Yep.
It's actually quite alright. It's grown on me.
Alright. Eat breakfast. Pack up our stuff. Hit the trail. Heading south towards Mundaring Weir Hotel and the Perth Hills Discovery Centre, which will be the end of our trip today, or today and yesterday. It's been pretty bloody good, if you ask me. Rob struggled a little bit yesterday, but he'll get there.
Look, I'll probably struggle again today.
He reckons he'll probably struggle again today. Yep, that's probably true. But it's all in the name of science, I think, and fitness and mental health and camaraderie and all that stuff, all the fun stuff. Anyway, here we go. Oh, this is a really cool little section. Look at that. I hope you all get as excited about this stuff as I do. Rob nerds out over his sound and audio and stuff, and I just nerd out over plants and like cool little sections of terrain. Why not? Hey, each to their own. Came across another hiker at the hut we were at last night. His tent was set up, but he wasn't there when we got there. He rocked up in the later in the afternoon, and we chatted for about an hour, eh?
Couple total.
And he's an artist, and he's into he's got a mental health podcast. You get to find it. So Scotty, if you watch this, reach out and send us the name or a link. Now, I know the name, I remember the name, I just can't find it on Spotify. We talked to him for about an hour, and then he came back later and we talked for another hour as the sun was going down, which was really, really nice. And I don't know where I was going with this conversation.
Oh.
But
who knows? Cool fella to meet on the trail.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I think we might be chatting more in the future. Really nice guy.
Maybe see him out here. That's lovely. So we're crossing that, aren't we?
Yeah, mate. We can finally see Mundaring Weir. There. It's in our sights.
That's where we're going.
That's where we're going. We got to cross that. And then Perth Hills Discovery Centre is not far after that. Yeah. And then the pub. Yeah, we just run across like 3 or 4 juvenile red-tailed cockatoos with the parents, I assume, in another tree, which was really cool. As you know, if you've been around for a while, you know I love them. And yeah, I'll do a little trail walking now, and if we can get the audio footage that Rob recorded, I'll chuck it over this little bit of footage now, and hopefully you can hear him right now. This is quite a hill.
It's all I could take. My heart collapsed and I heard a voice tell me, you will never have to
Golden view.
feel this way. I promise you.
And that was quite a golden view. That was pretty nice. And we met a couple of people there. Looks like we got a few new followers, which is cool. It's always nice meeting people out and then them asking you questions about what you're doing and where you're going. And I always like a chat. Thanks for letting me go, Rob. All right, uphill again. Looks quite steep.
My healings come around, but I worry about you now. 'Cause I know at some point you'll feel heartache. But one thing that I know, and I promise you for sure, you'll never have to hide your mess.
We've crossed Mundaring Weir over there, and we are back on trail. This is the first real glimpse we have of the pipe, which goes from here in Mundaring, at Mundaring Weir, to Kalgoorlie to supply water to the goldfields, which is pretty bloody awesome if you ask me. $6.2 for the day.
And 17.2 total.
17 total. And we're only like 4Ks from the car or something. Maybe 2 from the pub. Probably when I'll lose, Rob.
You need some willpower not to walk in.
All right, let's get back at it. So we got a cockatoo care sign and some red-tailed, white-tailed Carnaby's cockatoos painted on there. The sign was commissioned by the Water Corp to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of the Cockatoo Care Program, which was initiated to protect the endangered Borden's, Carnaby's and forest red-tailed cockatoos. It's painted by local artist Michael Arnold and unveiled by Dr. Jim Gill, Managing Director of Water Corp. in 2003. That's pretty cool.
Still in good nick for 2003.
Yeah.
So 22, 23, 22 years old.
Good maths, Rob. Well done.
Looking good.
And if you want more information, go to cockatoocare.com.
That's cockatoocare.com. How to care for you.
Mundaring, we are Arts and Crafts. A wicked old building. That's very cool.
I know I might let you down.
One last climb before we get back to the car.
But one thing I know for sure, you never have to feel this way.
Well, we were wrong about the it being the last climb, but that's okay. We've had two more. However, for the viewers, I have done what Rob did on the Mundaring Track mountain biking video, and I have left the keys to my car, which is here, in his car, which is in Kalamunda at the start. So we're gonna have to organise a ride to go get his car and come back and pick me up. We'll be here waiting with our bags because I'm an idiot. But we are now back at Hills Discovery Centre where we dropped off my car yesterday morning, and that will be the end of this video. We've hiked 20 k's from Kalamunda, stopping at Hewitt's Hill Hut on the way, and then today from Hewitt's Hill to Perth Discovery Centre. I feel like I've said that about 30 times in the last 5 minutes, but that's okay. Thanks heaps for joining us. We recorded a podcast at the hut last night, so please go check that out if that's something you'd be interested in. It's just two mates talking shit, again, us, about outdoor stuff and our trips and our escapades. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
See you next time, adventurers. Thanks for coming.
Hello. You're very, very brave, aren't you?
I might make you cry. But one thing I know for sure, you never had to feel this way.
Terrible view.